little over halfway throughout the year, we've got some massive breaking news. Intel is most likely not going to completion, but at the same time, you're having multi-billion-dollar companies make this home, all of which are reflecting real estate prices in ways that we've never seen before. This one, we're going to focus on both qualitative and quantitative numbers because 2025 has been the antithesis of 2024. The difference between equity growth and financial regret starts right now, and we're going to talk about market balance. What's up, guys? It's Gagan here, your favorite realtor. And we're a little over the 6-month mark when it comes to the real estate market in Columbus, Ohio. And one of the things I like to do is take all the data, compose that data, and figure out what specifically is happening. And yet, inventory is climbing, and at first glance, it looks like good news. Inventory in Columbus is up 39.1% year over year in Franklin County and more than 25% in Delaware County. New listings are rising too, up 7.1% all across the region. What this means for you if you're looking to buy a house in Columbus, Ohio, is there's more options compared to the last few years. Here's the massive twist. Although there's a lot more inventory, we're still at a 1.9-month supply in Franklin County and 2-month supply in Delaware County. What that means, in essence, is if no other homes hit the market, every single thing will be gone in 2 months. During the pandemic markets, we were sitting at 3-4 weeks. That's insanity. What's considered a balanced market is just about 6 months. So we're still very, very much so below that. But yeah, the market is absolutely cooling down, but it's not faltering the way that we think it is. It's still a seller-skewed environment, especially around that $300,000 to $500,000 mark. The reason is that's what's considered a starter home in today's day and age, where a lot of first-time home buyers, they're looking at that price point. Let's talk about the second thing, which is prices being up, but only slightly, not as much as you think it is. Stick around for number 6 and 7, because if you're looking to buy a house in Columbus, Ohio, these are things that you absolutely need to know. So let's talk about price action. Franklin County, the median sale price went up 4.5% year over year to $345,000, while Delaware, it's sitting just around $540,000, up only 1.4% from last year. So what does this actually mean? It means that the bidding wars of 2021, they're gone, but buyers are still being hyper selective. Again, if you are looking to buy a house, this shows me one thing: stability and not volatility, and that is vital. When you're looking to sell your house, we tell all of our sellers this thing. There's 3 ways to price a property. Number 1, there's aspirational price, which is I pray that I can get this number. Number 2, there's market, which is arm's length transactions. This house sold for this much, this is the quality of this house, and this is the quality of mine. And then finally, there's event, where you position it maybe about 10 to 15% below the market demand, and in essence, create this uproar where everyone is looking at it and creating a bidding war. What we're seeing is individuals that are pricing it with event. That's exactly how they're selling, and that's exactly how they're winning. All right, so this next part is actually kind of crazy. Demand is down, but so are days on market. With that being said, what's up, guys? It's Gagan here, your favorite realtor. And listen, if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in the Columbus area, that's exactly what our team and I do. It's never a bother when you guys are reaching out to us. All of our information is down in the description, and connect with us on Instagram, the Columbus Report, the fastest growing media page in the city. So let's talk about the most interesting trend that we're seeing so far in 2025. Sales are down, but days on market is still down. Year-to-date, closed sales are down 2.6% in Franklin County, and in-contracts are down 2.4%, but days on market, they're still under 30. This tells me 2 major things. Number 1, buyers are more selective, and number 2, sellers that are pricing their homes correctly, they're still getting bidding wars. So if you're a seller in places like Grandview, Clintonville, or Plain City, we're going to talk about this last one. You want to make sure that you understand you are still in the driver's seat. Price your house correctly, and it will sell. This next one is really insane because one of these suburbs, one of these locations has a almost 90% growth. Let's talk about that. There are some under the radar winners that people are finally starting to look at. You see, a lot of the investors that are reaching out to us, they're moving here from out of state, or they're investing here from out of the country altogether. What they're telling us is this: we know Columbus is absolutely growing again, but we know that there's specific areas that we want you to look at. And these areas, funny enough, are exactly what they're mentioning. So if you have a pen and paper, I would actually write these down if you're looking to invest in Columbus. Number 1 is Lancaster. Lancaster grew 15.6% in a median price gain. Obetz grew 22.8%, and downtown Columbus condos grew 12.3%. Now this last one is insane. Plain City grew 84.6% in closed sales and it's rising fast. These aren't just numbers either, you know what I mean? These tell me one thing, and here's what it tells me. Number one, I know where infrastructure is happening. Number two, I can see a massive migration pattern. And number three, and most importantly, it tells me about buyer behavior and buyer necessities. See, buyers, maybe even you're looking at suburban areas for good schools, more land, and just a quieter, more tranquil lifestyle. And these communities, they're popping because it has exactly that. Now, this next one is something that I wasn't expecting myself, but when we went through the numbers and looked at the data, it's real. The condo market, it's coming back. Remember when condos got crushed during the COVID season? Well, in 2025, they're here to stay. In some areas, condos now account for up to 35% of total sales, including Dublin, Blacklick, and Worthington. Why is this the case? Well, I think condos are finally offering value again. Prices are up about 4.5% year to year, and inventory levels are rising. It's a massive opportunity for first-time buyers and people that are just looking to downsize, both of whom were priced out in the latter years. I have a creamer, and this coffee is really bitter, and I don't like bitter coffee, but I have to drink it because my body's used to it now at this point. So it's kind of like a weird catch-22, but here's the more important thing. Rents are rising, and that's changing the game as we know it. While the Columbus Realtor website doesn't show the rental numbers directly, recent regional data is telling us one thing. Columbus rent prices are rising, and they're rising fast. Columbus, the average cost of a rental unit right now hovers around $1,600 for a single family home, or maybe for a luxury apartment. And it's creating a pivotal moment because in some suburban areas, it's actually cheaper to buy a home than it is to rent. And in fact, we're getting so many reach outs from people that are renting right now in downtown Columbus, maybe even just parts of Dublin, that are saying, Gagan, we got to figure out these numbers because I think it's actually cheaper with how much I'm paying right now if we just start looking at homes all together. And frankly, it is. There's this really interesting Instagram post that I keep thinking about often, which is this: you're paying 100% of someone's interest while they only have 6.5%. I keep thinking about it a lot, especially in today's day and age. If you're renting in 2025, you're paying more and you're getting less. This is pushing strategic people that are renting to, in fact, look at some suburban areas. Pataskala, Pickerton are honestly two that have seen a massive influx of people that used to rent now looking to buy. All right, let's talk about the last thing, which is mortgage rates and buyer psychology. Because how are you thinking compared to your peers, maybe the friends that you've had or your predecessors that have purchased properties altogether? Here's kind of what the data shows us right now. Mortgage rates in the start of 2025 started nearly around the 6.75% mark. They actually peaked above 7% in April. And now they've dipped around the 6.1, 6.25 mark by midsummer. Here's the key. The rate itself isn't the issue anymore. It's buyer psychology. These smart buyers are actually looking to buy now and refinance later, especially with competition level being so much lower and less right now. You can actually get properties at an absolute steal. Combine that with rate buy downs and concessions. I've had friends of mine that have bought properties for less than $2,000 out of their pockets. But think about it kind of like this: buy now, negotiate stronger, refinance later. Here's kind of how I'm thinking about everything. 2025, it's not a bubble, it's not crashing, it's just reshuffling these paperworks around. And people that understand this, they're going to make a lot of money. Honestly, whether you're looking to upgrade, downsize, maybe just buy your first house, I still strongly believe that Columbus, Ohio is one of the best markets to do so. And again, if you want our team's help to game plan a strategic success route for you, then click the link below or just comment, DM, whatever you got to do, get that going. And by the way, if you are still thinking about making that move to Columbus, Ohio, we actually made an entire playlist on just that. I'm gonna put that video right here, watch it, and I'll see you soon. Peace.